Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. This video, we've got Katie Thurston explaining exactly what you need to do to try to get on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, which is good because they're casting right now, and who knows, maybe you are right for them. Do you have a girlfriend back home? Submit anyway. I'm kidding. I don't need that anymore. All right, and do me a favor. If you want to get on my good side, then I ask for you to hit the subscribe button. When I get to 50,000, which is only a couple thousand away, I'm going to open this package. How about this? How about I open it just one little bit every day? Right there. All right, see, there we go. So get me to 50K and then get on that. Do me a favor. Hit the like button an odd number of times. A prime number, if you will. Go for one. Just hit it once. All right, here we go. We have Katie Thurston. Let's get right into it. This is on our Instagram. Let's listen to these 7-minute tips on how to apply for reality TV. But honestly, in today's late-stage capitalistic world, these tips might be good for how to get an employer's attention in a world that's maybe a little outside the box. Maybe LinkedIn isn't working for you. Maybe Monster.com's not doing your thing. Maybe Indeed isn't a hustle. Well, maybe you need to get on social media and drop a little DM to some bosses out there and get yourself paid. What do you say? Let's listen to Katie Thurston explain how to get on the show.
Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or any reality TV in general, then keep watching. Today, I'm going to share some tips on how to successfully land an interview with a reality TV show. The first tip might be the most obvious, but follow Bachelor Casting on Instagram. That is a real account that is managed by casting producers, and that's going to have the link for applying for Bachelor, Bachelorette, or even nominating somebody. They will also have the most up-to-date information on what season they're casting for, what types of people they're looking for, and with COVID kind of hopefully getting better, when the next in-person casting calls are. All right, now that you've made it to the application, this is where things get serious because this is your one and only shot to make a great first impression. On that application, it lists social media as being optional. List all of them. And not only should you list all of them, you should make sure your social media is public. And I think that's where a lot of people mess up. This is going to help put you ahead of other people because chances are they're getting tons of applications, and if they can't see what you look like, how you engage with your viewers.
Let's see if she mentions being attractive and skinny because I think that's important. Not for me, but for them.
Also, make sure your social media is up to date. If you have old photos or outdated
Come on.
love interests on there or whatever it is, it's time to do a little sprucing of your social media.
Spruce the socials.
Are you natural on camera? Can you talk to people? Can you handle interviews? So just making sure you have a good variety of pictures of you, and again, unfiltered. Take off the sunglasses. What are your activities of interest?
Good really for dating profiles too.
As a person and make that shown and known in your social media. And if you don't have any videos of you talking to a camera, start doing it. Do vlogs, do a day in your life, whatever it is to really highlight and show
my podcast.
Who you are as a person. Now, in regards to that application, again, this is your one and only shot to really make an impression. So on those questions that are asked, make sure you're really taking the time to give quality answers that showcase your personality. Then you need to take the time to really fill that application completely. However many pictures they want, make sure you give them every single option. Like if it's 5 photos, send them 5 photos. If it's your social media accounts, list all your social media accounts. Like I'm telling you, fill out that application to the fullest and to your best effort. Just like when you're applying for a job, you need to amplify who you are. Really take the time to be unique in how you're describing what it is that you're looking for and who it is that you are. Hype yourself up and really, really be excited. Be your own cheerleader when filling out this application because that's going to stand out. If your application reads vanilla and feels the same as everyone else's, guess what? That's probably going into the toss pile. Now, this tip is a little unique. I've seen it becoming more and more popular. If you just look up a hashtag casting producer, there are chances that you'll find accounts, especially on TikTok, of people who are producers for reality TV shows. And those people want you to know that. They want you to engage with them. Finding these producers out there is not that hard, and they want to find you as well. So if you're really wanting to be on the show, don't feel bad about DMing them. Don't feel bad about commenting. Like, they want to see these kind of people. Now, that being said, they are also looking for genuine people with real stories and great personalities. I think a lot of people get in their heads when applying or DMing, and they put on this like speech. Just be yourself. Because look, if everyone was the same, that would make such boring television. So as long as you're being your unique, truest self with whatever story it is that you have to share and your personality, that's going to work more in your favor than trying to fit a mold of what you think they're looking for. If you think you're too old to apply, you're wrong. There are rumors right now about who the next Bachelor might be. Actually, there's a few rumors. And those men are older than 30. If you think you're too old to apply, you're wrong. Do it. If you've applied before and then never got a call, do not be discouraged. Because fun fact, I have actually applied before when it was going to be Nick's season. Didn't know at the time.
Wow.
And didn't get a call back. Fast forward 5-6 years later, applied again. Why not? Got a call for Matt's season. I do want to give a side tip for those who do get the first phone call or email or DM or whatever it is when they apply. Do not, and I repeat, do not share that on social media. The second you start those calls and conversations with producers, you are now basically in a contract with them. While you haven't signed anything, it's a level of mutual respect of keeping that private, because once you are on the show, there are a lot of things you do have to keep secret. You do sign a contract on basically like an NDA. So that being said, the second you decide to share your voicemail or your email or whatever you're doing publicly as a like brag, that's just gonna bite you in the ass, because guess what? They're not gonna wanna work with you anymore. Another tip, which not everyone's gonna have access to, but if you have anybody in your life that is somehow connected to someone who's been on the show before, a producer, an employee, any way, in any form, on any level, if you know someone who has a connection, use it.
Dean.
The amount of guys on my season who in some way were connected to a previous contestant or a friend of a friend or a relative, shout out Andrew and Clay, it's really a tight-knit world. And so if you have any of those connections, feel free to use them. Last piece of advice, which some of you guys are going to shit on, is manifest it. Anna Redmond actually just admitted the other day that she manifested her own journey. I will say I did as well. I remember buying a dress at Marshall's with no reason to wear this dress. I remember in my head saying, well, maybe if I'm ever on The Bachelor, I'll wear this. Because the dress was like $20. I could not buy the dress. But anyway, you have to change your mentality. If I get on the show, it's when I get on the show. It's not, well, maybe I'll apply. No, you're going to apply. It's never too late to apply. I know people often think, oh, they've already cast for the next Bachelor or the next Bachelorette. I know people who have gotten calls 2 weeks before. It's never too late to apply. I know people often think, oh, they've already cast for the next Bachelor or the next Bachelorette. I know people who have gotten calls 2 weeks before filming. I know people who were in the interview process for 7 months before filming. So really, any time is the right time to apply. And if you've already applied and it was 8 months ago, why not apply again? So yeah, anyway, hopefully those help. Those are some of them I think are pretty obvious, but I think some people do need to hear it. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave comments. I will try to get back to them with whatever answers I can share. But that being said, the next season of The Bachelor, I think, is in the middle of being cast right now. So good luck.
That's right, and it's rumored to be maybe somebody from Katie's season. I thought this was a very well-made video. We wonder, whenever someone comes on the show, like Katie, or anybody, you wonder, what's their post-show persona gonna be like? And I've always said the best way to keep an audience on your socials is to be entertaining and give out information. One or the other. You know what I mean? When I do stand-up, sometimes the joke's just funny, and sometimes it's informational. Sometimes you're giving out information and making it funny. So the audience is like, huh, wow, that's I never thought of something that way. So entertainment and information, that's the only way to survive on the internet. And this is great information, not necessarily just for people if they want to be cast on the show, but she says manifest it. This is where we get a little woo-woo for people, and they get kind of weirded out. Which you shouldn't be at all, because there's this idea, and you guys know I had a battle with some Christians last week. Of course, our country's got 220 plus million Christians, plus, I'm sure others. But the point being is that when people say manifest something, the law of attraction, self-actualizing, the spiritual thoughts of all that don't always intersect with religious thoughts, because in religion we pray to a God who's above, whereas a lot of spirituality feels like the God is within, and we're all connected by it. But there were prayers that were in the Bible, the prayer of Jabez, and enlarge in my territory, which is all about manifesting, saying, look, it's not just saying, hey, I want money so I can burn through cocaine and strippers. I mean, hey, whatever you want to do, cast a large wake. No, I'm just saying the idea of self-actualizing, the idea of saying something that you want, visualizing it, and it emanating out of thin air, it exists. The idea of challenging who you are to, so I say this, if ever someone's in a bad place, don't audition, don't go to be on the show. You want to be the highest version of who you are when you meet somebody. It's like you want someone to buy your stock at the highest level possible. The way to work towards that is get a job you love, good hygiene, go to the gym or find other ways to work out. Be passionate about something. When you're passionate about something, it doesn't matter what it is. You can literally be the most passionate equestrian horse racer. I don't know. That's such a random. Pick something. You'd be into NASCAR. If you're really passionate about something, you're going to find somebody who's into your passion. There's nothing worse than someone. So the point being is that I'm sure these casting people, they don't care what it is that you do. They just want to see that you're doing something you love. Because if you're doing something you love, you bring your A game. You bring your most positive, highest self. So when it comes to manifesting, it doesn't have to be like some far off idea that manifesting works, that the power of intention is there, that if you have a singular focus for wanting something, you'll pursue different avenues to get it and then dismiss needing the outcome. That's part of self-actualizing, is putting it out there, but not having a timetable, knowing the world's going to work out as it works out. Katie, submitted to be on Nick's season. It didn't work out. But then it worked out perfectly for Matt James' season. She rose the ranks and all of a sudden became Bachelorette, and her life is on a completely different trajectory. So I like the idea of Katie sort of playing manifester with regards to I speak more towards that, because that's interesting to me, being someone who's like, hey, yeah, this is the life I'm envisioning. I mean, just a year ago, or I should say a year and change ago, she was making TikTok videos with no radar at all on The Bachelor by the Bachelor producers. And then she goes to literally top dog, one of the only dozens of people have been. And regardless of how she got there, she stuck true to her humor. When The Bachelor was like, hey, take down these TikToks about you pooping in a bank. No, she stuck to bring in a sex toy on the first day, saying, hey, I think this is funny. This is not exactly all of who I am, but I'm sex positive and this is fun. And by taking all those strong decisions, she didn't play it vanilla. So when it comes to advice, nobody's practicing what they preach more than Katie here. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. If you have any other tips for how to get shown on the show, by all means, leave a compliment. And I'll just say this, amplify who you are. We talk about this a lot in comedy. A lot of the characters that comics play are heightened versions of themselves. Amplify whatever it is that you are. If there's something that makes you tick 10 times bigger on stage, go with it. Be your own hype person. I think I would love, if Katie keeps talking about this stuff, I could totally see like a self-help book being written out there. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Go to Katie's Instagram, at the Katie Thurston. If you want to just go watch that video and leave a comment, and you'll read all of the other comments on there. And all right, folks, more content coming your way. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye now.